A strong magnitude 4.2 earthquake has rattled Hawaii's Kilauea volcano today. It literally shook the whole island. Now we know we've had quite a number of quakes in Hawaii. The shallow ones are Kilauea and Mauna Loa, but we've had the deeper ones in Pahala, the ones that are about 21 miles depth, 27 miles depth, 14 miles depth, whereas Kilauea is basically just as this 4.2 magnitude, and we'll see it together on the map, is only a 4.8 mile depth. And we recently had a magnitude 3 earthquake in Mauna Loa, which is a yellow code. Kilauea is still green. Of course, it's deforming. It's filling with magma because it's inflating. And it will erupt. They just don't know when. Pahala is a huge surprise. It has a tremendous number, hundreds of quakes this month. And that's in an area of the quakes being in an area of the trunk that is joining the magma chamber to the surface. Now we know that the volcano of Kilauea and Mauna Loa and Loihi, the seamount, are all joined. They all share the same magma chamber with 3 vertical openings towards Loihi, Kilauea, Mauna Loa. And I would venture to say something is going on at Pahala as well, because of where the quakes are striking at that depth. But we'll take a look at the deformation. We know that Hawaii, of course, is in the center of the Pacific plate. The Pacific Ring of Fire surrounds the whole Pacific plate. And more than 54 detected earthquakes today. Geologists say that this seismic activity is shifting its weight. One earthquake has hit Hawaii's most active volcanoes, 4.2 today. And the area is very seismic, as we know. Total of 54 quakes today. Now, the whole island did shake, as we'll see in the map, but not to worry, because most of these buildings are earthquake-proof. There maybe have been some landslides, but no major changes to Kilauea or Mauna Loa, according to USGS. And, we know that Kilauea blew, of course, in 2018, spewing out lava over about 14 miles of the Big Island from May to September. And authorities estimate the volcano caused over 1 million property damage, but this was remained quiet since September. Volcano remained quiet since September of 2018. USGS currently has Kilauea at normal green level alert, whereas Mauna Loa is yellow. They state that Kilauea observes only minor geological changes since it last erupted in 2018, and added that some conditions continue to pose potential dangers to people coming close to the area of the volcano. And let's take a look together at the deformation and the quakes so that you can see what's going on. So here we are, the Hawaiian Islands. The Big Island is here. And Loihi Seamount, I'll show you where it is. Here it is, Loihi Seamount. And it's believed that the island will grow around this way. As we saw, the path goes from here. Basically, the path came from here, from Kamchatka, and then it made a turn over this hot spot, and this is basically going this way. So, going in, this is the area of Kilauea, and this is Mauna Loa. And Loihi is off to the side down here. Right here, okay. And this is Pahala, where we had the deep quakes. This quake today, of course, is the 4.2 at about 3 kilometers, 7.7 kilometers, 3 miles, something like that, 3 miles depth. And here we have the shake maps. The whole island has shaken, as you can see. This is the aerial of it. And 354 people responded, feeling it. To the, of course, reported to the USGS. And going to the Kilauea Volcano Observatory. We know that Hawaii Volcano Observatory has, of course, its observatory there on the island. This is it right here. This is the 4.2 earthquake. A depth of 4.8 miles, 7.71 kilometers. 7 kilometers south of the volcano. And this is the number of quakes in the screen, the number of quakes in the past 28 days. Most of them, of course, as we can see, are in Pahala, which is quite deep. 20 miles deep, anywhere from 20 to 30 miles. If we go to the deformation, this is the area of it. Okay. This has to do with the eruption, past 5 years, eruption of last year. There it is right there. And this shows the increase of the filling again. Changes in distance between the Global Positioning System GPS stations located on Kilauea's caldera. The rapid increase in distance can be interpreted as inflation of the summit magma reservoir. The location beneath the vent of the volcano is a magma reservoir where molten rock, the magma, is stored prior to eruption. It's also known as a magma storage zone or magma reservoir. Okay, so, or Pu'o'o magma storage chamber. Above Pu'o'o GPS, change in distance between the two stations near Pu'o'o. Rapid increase can be interpreted again as inflation of the summit magma reservoir. There we go. Okay, it's inflating again. And I would say it's inflating at a much faster pace. You see the incline is much greater than it was before the 2018 eruption. Okay, the buildup of western rim of Kilauea caldera. Positive changes indicating inflation of the magma storage areas beneath the caldera or Pu'o'o may also result from heavy rainfall or occasional instrument malfunction. Well, that's not the case here. It's filling up. And the alerts, they have not posted this today's quake here on this alert. But although currently not erupting, areas persistently elevated ground temperatures and minor release of gases are still found in the vicinity of the 2018 Lower East Rift Zone fissures. These include water, steam, very small amounts of hydrogen sulfide and carbon dioxide. These conditions are expected to be long-term, similar to conditions of 1955 eruption, which continued for decades. But there is something that we have here, though, that we have to be very careful of. It's the water. You remember the water that started in, when was it, in August, July, August? And you can see these little reference points right here. Let's take this one. So you can see the water in 1 week has basically come up very close to that area. So you can see how much it's growing. This is the Halimamau crater, January 31st. And it's about 308 feet north to south and around 640 feet east to west. And it's about, how deep was it? How much steam interfered? Where's the deepness of it? Okay, I thought they had it here. Anyway, it is deep. It's something like 200 feet deep or something, if we remember. They're testing the temperatures, as you can see here in those plastic bottles. They have a drone going up, and there's a little drone right there getting ready to get the water. And you remember, okay, this is the temperature of the lava spilled out from the cone. The video clip shows a flyover of January 21st. During the 2018 eruption, the lava spilled out from the cone into the channel extending towards the north. The lava traveled 8 miles to reach the ocean at Kapoho Bay. This is a thermal video of Fissure 8 cone, which of course erupted last 2018, but it still has all this heat under it. It's still very hot. That's why the geologists are saying don't go up there, don't go, experimenting and walking over these areas, because they're still very hot, as you can see. Even steam coming out of them. There it is. Lower East Rift Zone. Okay, so they're very dangerous still. Look at that, how it grew. Okay. Now the thing is, okay, and there's the water again, the lake. The thing is that, remember what happened with the White Island volcano December 9th in New Zealand, in the big island, the North Island of New Zealand. It was a low-lying volcanic island, and there was water seeping into the crater, and it superheated. The water was so superheated that it had to escape, and it couldn't escape. That's when it exploded. And this is the problem that we have here. There was no water in the crater in 2018, but this would cause an explosion similar to what happened in the White Island volcano of New Zealand. Okay, that's not good. There are legends. The Hawaiians have hymns and songs and legends of another time in the past where Kilauea had water in the crater, and that an explosive eruption followed that, just like the similar one that they had in the White Island volcano in New Zealand, December 9th. Now, okay, this is what we have here. Okay, these are various other eruptions, as we can see. Kilauea. Okay. And this is the lava flow of the past 1,000 years. You can see how much the island has grown. Okay, explosive eruptions can occur when magma column drops below the water table. Well, we have that with Pahala. Groundwater interacts with hot rock that we have now with the crater pool of water, and steam pressure builds and explodes. This is what happened with the White Island volcano. At Kilauea, when lava column drop below water table, groundwater may come into contact with magma or hot rocks, causing violent steam explosions. Prolonged periods of explosive eruptions at Kilauea may require the presence of a caldera to sustain them. Scientists estimate that during Kilauea's past 2,500 years, a deep caldera has existed about 60% of the time, which included 2 long periods of sporadic violent explosions. One lasted 1,200 years, and it ended in about 1,000, about 1,000 years ago. The other lasted 300 years, between 1500 and 1800 AD. This is amazing what could happen. Now, caldera collapse 2,200 years ago ushered in 1,200 years of explosive eruptions. Since Kilauea's surface is dominated covered by young deposits, only the eruption record of the past 2,500 years is well known. Effusive lava flows were the norm until about 2,200 years ago, when the Powers caldera formed the precursor to the present-day summit caldera. The caldera collapsed to a depth of at least 620 meters or 2,000 feet, where magma and external water interacted to trigger powerful phreatomagmatic, that's water plus magma, eruptions. Numerous explosive eruptions lasted for a period of 1,200 years, producing the Eureka Huna Tefra. Sometime between 850 and 950 AD, the most powerful explosive eruptions known to have occurred from Kilauea sent rocks weighing at least, 10 pounds, at least 3 miles from the summit. Golf ball-sized rocks fell at the coast, 11 miles away. Can you imagine this? And here the lava flows. Look at that. Remember, they were going at about 18 miles an hour? They were like a fast stream. Look at this. Okay. Lava flows from 1000 to 1500 AD, breaking the 1,200-year-old interval dominated by explosive eruptions. That's what happens when you have the water working with it. And I guess that's, it's also part of the lava. You know, this is running lava, this thing. Amazing. Footprints left in wet volcanic ash when a group of Hawaiian travelers walked through the area after an explosive eruption in 1790 deposited 1 inch of ash southwest of Kilauea's summit. So it was wet volcanic ash, and I guess it just became rock after that. So, July 1974, lava flows into the floor of KILAUEA Volcano. So this is what we have to be very careful of. The water is here, and it was not here in 2018. Okay, monitoring. Let's go to the deformation. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, the past week, the past 5 years. Okay, this is, here we have the diagrams of the deep Pahala quakes. The depth of the Pahala quakes right there. Those are Pahala. And you'll see right here. Most of them are right here. Okay. It doesn't give us a date, okay. But, amazing. Past 5 years. It must be this one. But it doesn't say. All right. Okay. Past 5 years. These are the big quakes that we had before the eruption of 2018, you see right here. And this is today's quake, obviously, because it's finished today. Okay, February 3rd, that's our quake right there. Well, they did say it was going to erupt at some time, but it may be years, decades away, we don't know. It's a volcano, it does what it wants to. So all of you who are there, please be very careful because it's inflating. And the difference this time is that it has the water in the crater, the pool of water in the crater, which will give us the explosive eruptions that we had, similar ones taking place in the White Island volcano. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.